Today, praise the Lord, we're finally going to finish the pirate area. Overall, you could say it looks decently finished, but trust me, it really isn't. Most of the building, of course, I mean, this is just not quite it. I want some more things around as well. It matches basically everything. So I thought... So I thought at the beginning, I don't think this part has interior. It does not. Neither does... none of this has interior. Definitely needs some work. Okay, let's have a look. Also, while I do this, story time. Today, I am very triggered. I don't think you can tell, but I had to really get myself in the mood for this because, oh my god. This morning, I was trying to connect a remote to my garage door. I recently bought an ATV and I usually put that in my garage, so it'd be nice if I can open that from a distance with a remote. So I tried connecting it, but somehow in the software of the whole system, something went wrong, and now it doesn't do anything anymore. It can't go up, it can't go down, it can do absolutely nothing. I've spent an hour trying to fix it and nothing worked. It didn't respond the way it was supposed to respond according to the manual and everything. So I genuinely wanted to scream. My whole day felt ruined, but here we are right now building fences. If something doesn't work the way it should, I can absolutely lose my mind, especially when there's just no good reason for it. It just makes no sense. But yes, I was very triggered, and anyway, just finishing this up and we should be good to go. And a few small ones for some proper support. Always looks banging. There you go. Honestly, in general, I think we can't really have too much wood in here as usual, as this entire area really. It just looks really nice. So that, I think, is then pretty much decent for the interior. This already took too long, I'm not gonna lie. This is such a small part of this whole video. But at least it looks good now, so that means we can move on to... Is this nice? What I think we should probably do to make sure too... Actually, this looks fine as well. If we go through this arch, however, yeah, this is all very much nothing. In general, what even is this supposed to become? First, let's add a nicer floor, and then on this we can possibly add a lot of barrels. Now, I know what you might think, more barrels, yes, because this time around we can put them on their sides, as if this is like one of those storage spaces where they just keep all this stuff. I remember the Pirate Dark Ride in Europa Park has something like this. Pretty sure that's also in the queue, so just have to spin some of them around for some variety. I think that's really cool, actually, especially with some lights, maybe. I will do the exact same thing a bit higher up, but I think that's fine. And on top of all these, we can add junk and a whole lot of barrels, of course, some of which can be held up by a bunch of plank, because that simply looks really nice. And also, I don't know, maybe some benches. Really, whatever we can use to fill this up, make it look alive. Maybe some more crates. I must have done this 1,000 times by now. Just putting down some junk. Now, once we turn off the flashlight, we can tell it is pretty dark. So let's go ahead and have a look at all the lanterns. We need something nice and piratey. This one, although it's not very bright. Why don't we instead grab this one? Okay, definitely a good start. Let's do the same exact thing a little bit higher up here. Apologies for all this because it's very hard to do in small spaces. Very nice. Are you gonna bump your head into that? Yeah, possibly. Let's not do blue light, because I kind of like that for contrast. Oh, sick little corridor, but I guess it works. This whole area is very plain. Shall we go and fix this real quick? Let's get to it. I've changed my mind about all of these stalls. It's not gonna happen. Let's just get rid of all of this. Here you go. Because this will, in fact, simply be some nature. Here you go. Because, of course, I also want some plants, and those don't grow on a rock. Apparently, that one does. You get what I mean. Some plants. Here you go. Just in between these. Ooh. I can already tell there's even room for trees, because these are pretty big, as you know. I can already tell that's gonna slam straight into the track. Either the train track or the coaster track. So actually, I don't think this is possible unless it's maybe very close to the ground and even smaller. Further to the left. This could fit, but is it nice? I'm not really sure. I will say, I do really like the greenery. Bloody hell. I do really like the greenery over there. Like, that is a good choice. And this, in fact, lends itself absolutely perfectly for a few benches. You could have seen this coming. Still on the walls here. I'm not sure what to add that would actually makes sense, because it shouldn't be too random. Oh, wait. I haven't used this. Can we just put this against the wall? It's actually pretty sick. There you go. Just like that. Is that cool or is that a bit weird? No, that's all right. That's pretty dope. I almost completely forgot about lampposts, however. Now let's just do 4 so it adds enough light here. I've also noticed this weird little part. I'm not sure what even I did here. Bit of extra detail to make it less plain and boring. And then this is just such a boring looking wall. What am I supposed to do with that? Whoa, what the hell? Wait a minute. Why don't we put that on the front? Just as the entrance to Hill Valley. Oh, that is beautiful. Yes. Same thing then on the other side. Here you go. Dude, that is sick. How did I not know this piece existed? Really cool. Okay. Still doesn't fix the wall though. I mean, this is actually not terrible. It's just a bit empty. And then finally, the part back here. First, however... Wait for it. Beer! Non-alcoholic, however. Inside of this, shining onto the ceiling. Yes, those are again gonna be blue or oh, purple is nice. Dude, that looks incredible. And then maybe here we can put one of these giant decorative pieces. And then on the walls, I think we can get away with just a few decorative stuff. Parts. I would for at least now. Honestly, I simply don't know what to do otherwise. For once, I have no real ideas anymore for this part, so I think I'll just stick with this. You go out on this side. This is just a regular path. And then you go inside the shop, which I think... Did I do this off screen as well? I made this look a bit nicer. Added some nets around the front bits, along with a few signs that say souvenirs and that sort of thing. And everything else is still the same, I think. This is clean, boring, but good. I think that is pretty... Wait, no. There is still this, which is also quite empty. But this is also basic and boring. I won't bother you with that. But now, first, there is one other big thing. Although this actually may be fine. Besides maybe some junk down here. I actually don't think we need much in here. Leaves us with the nature parts back here. And that, for once, I'm going to do in a time lapse. Some of you really like that. I hate it, but I guess I can do it for once because it's the exact same boring stuff all over again. So, well, let's get to it and get that done. As you can add some more palm trees towards the end to make sure it's kind of, you know, shielded from the backdrop. Although in the end, I ended up putting a fence in place, which is very, very, very much temporary. I do not really like the way this looks, but I felt like I needed something here until I do know what's going to be behind this area. It's not ideal, but I guess for now it will have to do. So yes, I think that pretty much wraps up this little area I did. It's nothing crazy, nothing new, but it works decent enough. Like I just said, is kind of a mess. In a good way, but it's definitely a bit of a mess. So the final few rocks in play. There you have it. Again, I don't love the way the fence looks, but for now, it's fine, I guess. It's really going to depend on whatever lies beyond. So now what I'd like to do there, and then on these pillars, I want to add some detail. For example, well, that looks really nice. However, there's more. Look, maybe this is a bit cooler, actually. I really like that. Damn. Which, to be fair, we could maybe try using these parts. No, that's weird. Because that's a bit stronger, just for reference, if anything. And then maybe using some of these fat blocks, we can make some extra support at the very bottom. I did just find, if I flip them around, they look a lot better. Here you go. Make them a little bit higher so they align with that. That actually looks really good. Only thing I'll still do now is add some foundation at the foundation. First, so let's see. I'll just grab the entire thing. And wait, actually, let's first start where we're actually supposed to start and to the other side. This is perfect, actually. So is that. Well, actually, that's not really, but we'll see. Just space. Wow. This looks... Oh my... That is really, really nice. Bloody hell. That is actually sick. Okay, then we need just one more at the end. So this one can go. See that? Oh, that's perfect. Give me an idea. What if we make the area behind this higher up? It's just like the whole area is going to be higher up. Would that not actually be sick? Wait a minute. See, look what happens if we just make the whole backside of this higher, just making it the same. Even the train would fit better, I think, because that has to go down pretty far otherwise. I really think this could be cool. In general, elevation is a really cool trick, I think, in theme parks to just make it look a lot more 3D from both below and above. Look. That's great. Yes. I think, to be fair, this does not have to connect very nicely because I have no idea if this is even going to be used at all. So honestly, this should be just fine. Hey, so that's this side. Then what, I mean, we still need to do this, of course, but besides that, I'm pretty sure that's everything. That is it. And if it's not, I'll just skip to it right now. I actually just realized there's one more thing, two more things. One of them is supports. Some of the supports are fine, but others are non-existent. That, and I also want to add some more signs. Of course, this kind of thing we definitely need more of, but also maybe just some smaller signs pointing you towards things like toilets and that sort of stuff, because we don't really do that. The surrounding area looks a little bit nicer. For example, the POV, you will see this. It's just not very nice. I want to